SSE Airtricity, official sponsor of the men's and women's leagues.
BuyForPetsOnline.ie, Ireland's #1 online pet store, are proud to be the new sponsors of the LOI show and associate sponsor of the League of Ireland. Shop all the top brands including Royal Canin, Acana, Hill Science Plan, Red Mills and much more. Shop now at BuyForPetsOnline.ie. BuyForPetsOnline.ie, proudly supporting Irish soccer.
It's been amazing. We've had so much great support from people around Sligo. We're getting great numbers at our games. The sponsorship has been brilliant for the team this season. So there's a really good buzz around Sligo for the Women's National League games.
For everyone in the league and for all the girls playing, it's just an incredible achievement to be, I suppose, on the TV, and everyone is so grateful that TG Carr are once again supporting growing the women's game in Ireland.
Yeah, it's brilliant for promoting the league and getting women's football out there. It's definitely needed in this country.
Well, I think as players it's kind of a little bit of a reward as well to see that it's getting bigger and better, because I think like each player works so hard, so it's such a big thing to us, but yeah, it's really good.
I think it's really important, to get the league the recognition it needs. It's obviously great that TG Carr have come on board and broadcast some of these games, so it gives a chance of younger girls looking up that they have the opportunity to come along and play on national television, so I think that's quite important.
Yeah, I suppose it's exciting now. Last year we seen the impact it had, and we're really excited to be involved this year, so yeah, hopefully there'll be a few good games.
Look, even ourselves stepping into the final last year, the coverage and the media was absolutely excellent for it, and seeing the games on TG Carr last year and then even more games on TG Carr this year, it's great to see for girls, because it's people that maybe mightn't see it who watch TG Carr might pop in and see the women's football and see how well it's doing in Ireland.
I think it's fantastic to keep broadcasting all women's sport. It's not only just football, like every sport for women seems to be getting out there more and more, and it's fantastic to see.
All the young kids in your locality and stuff get to watch it, and they see the ads for it coming up on TV. They're thinking, oh look, I can watch Dervla with Peamount or Karen with Peamount, and I can sit down on a Saturday evening at home and in my own house without having to travel up and down. I can just watch them, and it's really inspiring for them to see what they can kind of move on to as well when they get older.
Delighted as ever to be joined by Ollie Neary here at Eamonn Deacy Park. A crucial game here. Cork City can win the SSE Airtricity League First Division title.
Yeah, massive game for both teams really. I suppose the pressure's on Galway to a certain degree. The fact that they're playing catch up to Cork City, but they have a big luxury of 10 points keen with 4 games to go, and that's a big ask for Galway to try and claw back. Even if they win tonight and win their game in hand, you just can't see Cork chipping away and losing so many points in the running.
Busy games throughout the evening. FAI Cup quarter-final action, of course, this evening too, with a couple of games on the agenda. First Division This is a key game though for Cork City. Cork City have really enjoyed a productive campaign. Maybe lately they mightn't be as happy as they were with their form, Ollie, but nonetheless they hit Eamonn Deacy Park eager to seal the deal this evening.
Yeah, look, when you look back at any time Galway have slipped up this year, Cork slipped up as well, or any time Cork slipped up, Galway slipped up as well. But you know, Galway between June and July had so many clean sheets, and over the last couple of weeks they've chipped in a few goals, and you know they've found it hard to get goals when in games, and you know that's what really has been their Achilles heel the last few weeks, trying to keep clean sheets, Galway.
Just looking at the league table here, Cork City, of course, 10 points clear. Galway United, so disappointing to only draw at St. Coleman's Park last Friday evening. Controversial game. Galway United might have had a penalty in that one, Ollie, but nonetheless, it was 2 points dropped for United. Cork themselves had a great away win against Waterford. Fortune favoured them, and Rory Keating tucked away a late penalty.
Yeah, when you look at the Cork squad, Keane, you mentioned Rory Keating there as well, and Barry Coffey as well, and they've Lewis Britton as well. You know, all these fellas, I think between a lot of them, they've 30 odd goals. But Galway have been very dependent this year on Stephen Walsh. You know, he's top of the pile in the first division in relation to goal scoring. But you know, when you're looking for someone else, another talisman within the group, you know, I think the closest person might be 6 or 7, and a lot of those goals have been penalties.
Absolutely, the team's just been put up here. Cork City, of course, David Harrington, really promising young keeper, attracting interest from cross channel. Had a fine game here earlier in the campaign too, commanding young goalkeeper.
Yeah, look at David. Colin Healy's built a good squad. Aaron Bulger is another good player as well. You know, it just didn't work out from over in England. I think he went over to Cardiff for a season or two, and he came back, and you know, England's loss is Cork City's gain, really, Keen.
Oliver Moore and the referee just checking that all is in order. Galway United, of course, this evening without captain Conor McCormack, so it'll be interesting to see how United set up. It looks as if James Finnerty, Diego Portilla and Charlie Lyons will play in a 3-man defensive unit. Conor O'Keefe looks as if he's going to anchor the midfield with David Hurley and Mikey Rowe just ahead of him. Ed McCarthy wide left, Stephen Walsh and Ronan Manning also on the field of play. Manning could be in an attacking role, of course, behind Stephen Walsh, and Walsh is just waiting for.
I like that shape, Keane, though, with Galway playing 3 defensively. So they're obviously, you know, attack-minded this evening, the way he set out his formation of his team. You know, I said good to see Manning in again. You know, the last couple of games they've had a break and they've been away from home, but it's good to see him back now tonight. He's been warranted to get in. He's been itching to get in. Anytime he's come in recently off the bench, he's done extremely well.
Just seems to be a little issue with one of the nets at the car park end of Eamonn Deacy Park. I see Anthony O'Neill, Galway United coach, is coming down to have a word with the assistant just to get a bit of tape to check that everything is okay. The flares are out. Fines accumulated, Ollie, early on here at Eamonn Deacy Park.
You know, but they getting back to Cork as well. They obviously dropped out of the division a couple of seasons ago, and after John leaving them, you know, they went through a bit of a bad patch, but they know at the end of the night too, if they win here, the silverware for them. And the last time they won it, I think it was 2011. Obviously they're delighted that they only won it once because they've been in the Premier and they've been winning FAI Cups and league titles, but you know, it's a huge incentive for them tonight to win here as well. And obviously with John Coffin's background at Cork as well, it's not that they want to rub it in, but obviously they know as well, because they'd like to finish the job here tonight.
Plenty of history attached to Cork City, a great sporting county, a great club, Cork City, throughout the years, and they will want to return to the higher echelons of the domestic game as Oliver Moran, the referee, just blasts a whistle. Stephen Walsh to Dave Hurley, a Cork man, playing in the centre of the park for Galway United. Mikey Rowe clips it back to James Finnerty. Finnerty under a little bit of pressure there from the hard-working Keane Murphy. It'll be a throw-in for City here, right in front of us. Quickly taken by Bargery into Rory Keating. 2 stints with Galway United, of course. Ball hooked forward. Diego Portilla climbs high to win the header. O'Keefe, versatile player, can play in a number of positions. He's in the centre of the park this evening for United alongside David Hurley. Charlie Lyons, another Cork man in maroon, looks up, sees what's on, drills a left-footed delivery, but it goes all the way through to City custodian David Harrington. Harrington just has a word with Keane Coleman, might opt to go short, just decides against doing so. Jonas Hakkinen and Ali Gilchrist just push up the pitch. And
Great buzz about the place, Keane, as well. You know, it's like back to the Premier nights years ago. Great crowd coming from Cork, and a nice healthy crowd the far side from Galway as well.
Cork City generally travel in great numbers. Proud club. Throw it, goal kick rather, on the far side. Ed McCarthy just helps the ball back into Conor Kearns. Ed McCarthy, of course, scored for Galway United at Turner's Cross the second week of the SSE Electricity League First Division season, when United won by 1-0, despite the sending off of Wilson Waweru. Kearns with the goal kick to Charlie Lyons. Lyons inside to Hurley, has his pocket picked there though by Bulger. The ball eventually goes out for a throw in for City on the far side. Inside to Matt Healy. Healy to Cian Coleman, the Cork skipper, into Ali Gilchrist. Gilchrist to Bulger, who always craves involvement. Hakkinen switches the play, looks for Bargery on the left. Hemmings though has to be alert. Bargery though does enough to force a corner kick for Cork City. A lively start here from the visitors, and Gilchrist, Hakkinen and Coleman all come up from the back, and Galway United will need to be diligent dealing with these set piece situations, Ollie.
Yeah, look at the more than Galway United have a huge array of corners as well. Cork City, and Keating has been very potent all year. You know, he's been a fantastic signing for Cork, weighing in with, I think he's 12 or 13 goals plus cup goals as well, so he's one to watch.
Corner kick here for the visitors. Healy. Goes short to Keating. Back to Healy. Good header away though from Mikey Rowe, only as far as Crowley. Crowley's shot takes a deflection and is safely gathered by Conor Kearns. Kearns flips the ball forward. Ed McCarthy appears to be fouled there by Cian Bargery, but
yeah, I don't know what he saw there, Keane, but just getting back to Cork again, Keane. You know, they've been very good in the road this year. Of their 16 games, they've won 13 of them and only lost 1 and 2 draws. You know, it's very consistent on the
free kick given to Cork City though. Ollie, and again Harrington will take. Harrington looking for Keating. O'Keefe was in the premises too. Hemmings with the clearance, takes a deflection there off the referee Oliver Moran. The game will have to be stopped briefly. Conor Kearns just gives the ball to referee Oliver Moran. Diego Portilla, it looks as if he will receive possession from Moran. Portilla from Santander. Back to Portilla from James Finnerty. Portilla to Ronan Manning. Crafty footballer Manning, nice little touch to Conor O'Keefe. Mikey Rowe scored against Cove at the death last week. Strong challenge there from Coleman. Solid, committed player for the visitors. Hurley to James Finnerty. Finnerty. Healy with the header. Healy scored a delightful goal here earlier in the campaign for City. That divided the teams. Free kick given against Ronan Manning.
A bit harsh, you know. The head was down, and it wasn't very high, but it was just a bit quicker. But referee at the moment a bit finicky and giving 1 or 2 decisions. But look at, I hope it's not going to set the scene for the night.
Ali Gilchrist to Jonas Hakkinen. Hakkinen. Manning with the challenge. Colin Fortune, the Galway United assistant manager, quickly gathers the ball and just gives it to Derek Crowley. Caulfield not happy with a couple of early decisions, passionate as ever in the technical area. Mark Moynihan, the 4th official, not too far away. Healy to Hakkinen. Ali Gilchrist, experienced player who's previously played with St Johnston, Shamrock Rovers, Derry and Shelburne. Bargery under pressure from Hemmings, but still manages to dig out a pass. O'Keefe with the challenge, but eventually it will be a throw-in for City. Right below us here.
A bit frantic at the moment, Keane. Nobody has really settled and got down, got the foot in the ball yet. Got to string a few passes together.
Bulger to Rory Keating. Keating. It'll be a throw in for United. Cork City goalkeeping coach having a word in the technical area. Portia, Stephen Walsh with the header. Goes out for another City throw-in. That'll be taken by Cian Bargery. Bargery has scored 4 this season for Colin Healy's team. Colin Healy, of course, suspended this evening. Back to Bargery. Bargery's cross into the area. Conor Kearns gathers despite Crowley's challenge. Kearns bowls it out quickly to Ed McCarthy. Ed McCarthy drives forward with a bit of purpose for the home team. Ed McCarthy has support from Manning, but switches the play to Dave Hurley. Dave Hurley has scored 6 penalties for United this season. Scored 1 in the FAI Cup 2. Hemmings with the cross into the area. David Harrington backpedaling, just lets the ball go out for a goal kick on it.
Yeah, look, it probably was a better decision. Moved the ball down the line to Finnerty. He made an overlap from, and it was kind of, he ran out of angle a bit. Hemmings with his cross, you know, it probably would have been a better place to put it back from the end line.
Harrington with the goal kick here for City, who lead the First Division by 10 points. Dramatic last gasp win at the RSC. Sure, it was a great last Friday for Colin Healy's outfit. Hackenen with the header. Crowley to Barry Coffey, the Nina man.
But you know, Cian, you make your own look through a season as well. And Cork, in fairness, they've been very consistent all year throughout the campaign as well. So you know, you have to give them credit where credit's due as well. But they have a lot of good firepower as well.
Stephen Walsh deep to foul Gally Gilchrist, much to the annoyance of the home crowd in Block F on the far side. But there did seem to be some contact there, and referee Moran quickly gave the free kick. Healy trying to knit the play together. Picks out Cian Coleman. Coleman checks back inside to Matt Healy. Healy to Coleman again. Coleman, the diagonal pass to Crowley. He's supported by Hackenen. Bulger nips in to tidy it up though. Hackenen wants to go back to David Harrington. Harrington sweeps it into the United half. Charlie Lyons with the header. Ed McCarthy loses possession to Crowley by Kosjock era. On Thief Hall, Egg Caherkirky. Dara Crowley on Cesar Gajisha, Egg Caherkirky. Born Strahagus on chance Gajoga Mighty the Rash. Sapriv Rin on Vlincha Huggin. Common Lanyard Stara August Tradition. Keating gets possession in the area. Keating and Portia collide. Takes a deflection of Murphy, and Conor Kearns rolls the ball to Dave Hurley. Hurley to Stephen Walsh. Stephen Walsh seemed to be fouled there. Walsh wants to get the game back underway quickly. Dave Hurley will take the free kick for United.
Stephen winning the 4th player of the month of the season again this past week as well. He had a phenomenal season, Stephen Walsh. He just, you know, all through the year he's been fantastic with his goals obviously, but his energy levels all year have been off the scale.
Ronan Manning with the free kick. David Harrington though claims with authority. Stephen Walsh, the aforementioned Stephen Walsh, close by, 14 league goals, 2 in the FAI Cup. It's been a remarkable campaign for the experienced United man, Stephen Walsh. Murphy does well to hold the ball up. Could have been given the free kick, but Moran waves play on. Manning with the little bit of skill, followed by Aaron Bulger. Moran's going to have a word. Sometimes you got to wonder, Ollie, either book the player or get on with the game. There's no point in these conferences, I don't think.
Yeah, but you know, Ronan did go down as if he got a major kick, and he got up fairly quickly as well. But look at,
there wasn't a whole pile-on.
There wasn't much in it really. You know, it's just a telling off for Aaron Bulger. But I don't think Bulger's that type of player anyway.
No, he's a very tidy player, Aaron Bulger.
Yeah, he's a lovely ball player.
However, it will be a free kick for Galway United. Charlie Lyons, Diego Portilla and James Finnerty all sent up from their defensive duties. Manning skips away. Hurley delivers it left-footed towards the back post. Finnerty gets ahead to it. Diego Portilla with the volley, but it was always rising and it didn't trouble David Harrington.
Yeah, look at, he's not the person you want the ball to drop to at the edge of the box. Portillo, being a defender, but you'd prefer a bit more pace in the ball and probably less on height than it came for the set pieces. A bit more whip to the ball comes in. All it needs is a touch by anybody because there's a pace on the ball.
Good atmosphere here at Eamonn Deacy Park. Brilliant to see decent crowds at First Division games, and in fairness to Cork City, Turner's Cross, what a venue to watch a game in the First Division and in the Premier Division, of course, but a great venue to go to. So it's nice to see so many travelling supporters here in the west of Ireland. Keane Murphy with the cross at the second attempt, dinks it into the area. James Finnerty had to be vigilant, hacks it away. Manning
great
with a delicious touch there. Great skill from Ronan Manning. Crafty footballer, drives at Hacken and wins a throw in. The home crowd happy with the invention and skill of Ronan Manning.
Yeah, look, he uses class, Ronan. He just took that ball out of the sky, and quick as a flash off he goes with it as well. But right in front of Caulfield as well. You love to see that kind of injection of pace by Manning.
Unfortunately, since returning from Athlone Town, it's been an injury ravaged time for Ronan Manning, but great to see him back in action in recent weeks as United appears to win a throw in there on the far side, and eventually the officials give the throw in to United. Ed McCarthy to Dave Hurley. Hurley steers it forward. Hackenen with the header. Bulger adds to it, and Crowley thumps it forward. Portilla sensibly heads the ball back into the Cork half. Hurley to Rowe, into Ronan Manning, back to Mikey Rowe. Ed McCarthy to Dave Hurley. Charlie Lyons had a couple of seasons cross-channel with Preston North End before making a significant impact with Cove Ramblers. James Finnerty for Galway United rolls a pass inside to Mikey Rowe. Max Hemmings to Finnerty, goes all the way back to Conor Kearns. Kearns to Charlie Lyons. Lyons carries the ball forward, has a bit of space to dash into, finds Ronan Manning, who's been prominent early on for the home team. Finnerty to Manning. Bulger wins it back. Play on, says referee Oliver Moran, when it appeared that Bulger had been fouled. Murphy to Bargery. Bargery, his pass cut out by Dave Hurley. Mikey Rowe inside to Stephen Walsh. Walsh to Dave Hurley. Hurley looks for Ed McCarthy. Just too much on that pass there from Dave Hurley.
Yeah, it was nice play. It was a nice little play between the players there, between Manning and Hurley, and just a bit too much on it for McCarthy, but nice bit of play by the Galway front three.
Throw in for City, goes down the line. Barry Coffey from Tipperary. Barry goes back to Harrington. Walsh quickly on the scene. Harrington couldn't take any chances. Keating heads the ball down to strike partner Keane Murphy. Really hard-working footballer. Healy to Keating. Keating 12 goals this season. Keating tries to switch the play, looking for Crowley. Crowley keeps the ball in play. Back to Hackenen. Bulger. Hackenen into Murphy. Lyons with the challenge. Mikey Rowe tussles with Matt Healy. Play on, says Moran. James Finnerty inside to Dave Hurley. Hurley to Ronan Manning. Manning back to Hurley. Manning once again faced by Jonas Hackenen. Dave Hurley to Ed McCarthy. McCarthy with the cross. Good challenge there though. It will be a corner kick for Galway United.
Yeah, nice bit of football again from Hurley and Manning. They've worked well there a couple of times this evening. Nice bit of movement and a nice ball from McCarthy to get in, but just his finished product didn't happen.
Crowley did well to stop Ed McCarthy's cross going into the area. Corner kick here for Ronan Manning though, for Galway United. Plenty of bodies committed forward by John Caulfield's outfit. Oliver Moran though wants to have a word with Diego Portilla. Perhaps
just unusual to see Cork having everybody back in the box keen for a set piece, that they wouldn't keep one or two lads up just to occupy Galway lads, but let's see what comes of this.
Ronan Manning, right foot delivery into the area, headed away by Cork skipper Cian Coleman, only as far as Mikey Rowe. Rowe's cross, headed on by Conor O'Keefe. Stephen Walsh with the header. Dave Harrington plucks it from the sky. Cool and composed, the promising young Cork City goalkeeper, Ollie.
Yeah, there wasn't enough probably pace in the ball for Stephen to get enough purchase in it, but he'd improvise well with the header.
Cian Coleman has played with Cove Ramblers and Limerick, St. Patrick's Athletic too, of course, but very much part of Cork City's promotion drive and has been a solid contributor in City colours. Dave Hurley, far winger Gaelgega Rasheg, James Finnerty to Max Hemmings, Conor O'Keefe, Charlie Lyons, to Ed McCarthy. Hackenen though glimpses in to win it back for City momentarily. Ed McCarthy turns away and drives forward for Galway United. Ronan Manning, impressive thus far for John Caulfield's team. Manning wins another throw in on the far side. Ed McCarthy is going to arrow this one into the area. Portilla and Charlie Lyons come up from the back. Ed McCarthy rifles it into the Cork City area. Bulger with the flick. Charlie Lyons earns another throw in for United, and McCarthy is going to fire this one into a packed Cork City penalty area once again. Lyons, Portilla, O'Keefe, Walsh, Rowe and Manning all in the area, headed on by Lyons. Walsh climbs high, Rowe with the volley, Gilchrist with the block. Rory Keating pumps that high into the
Joe Keating's house.
Some collection of footballs collected by Joe Keating throughout the years. A man who's given huge service to football in Galway District League, and Galway United, of course, who lives next door. Throw in again for Ed McCarthy. Headed forward by Lyons. City eventually get it clear. Conor Kearns is off his line.
This is where you miss Bruder as well, keen for set pieces. He's a great presence every time the boys come in, either throw-ins or corner kicks. Always a target and always thereabouts getting his head on the end of any delivery.
Absolutely. Killian Bruder has scored 3 this season for United and has been sorely missed in recent months. Lyons looking for Ed McCarthy. He'll do well to keep it in play. And the ball goes out for a City goal kick.
Yeah, it's been a bit better from Galway United the last couple of minutes. They've played a lot of football in the Cork half, but I'm looking forward to seeing Manning getting on the ball maybe 5-10 yards outside the box, that he can burst away a bit of acceleration. At times he's just going at a nice little pace, probing and having a look with hurling a few more, but I know once he get his heads up at any stage, if he's 5-10 yards outside the box, he'll try and go for a burst.
Scored a memorable goal earlier in the campaign when United came from 2 down to defeat Treaty United 3-2 at the Markets Field. Stunning comeback that particular evening, sparked by the brilliance of Ronan Manning, and of course teenager Alex Murphy scored that evening when United came from 2 down. Rare occurrence. Rowe to Hemmings looking for Finnerty, who had advanced. Gilchrist commanding at the back, does well to get the ball as far as Cian Murphy to Barry Coffey inside to Keating. Nice little flick from Keating to Murphy. Conor O'Keefe though did well clears the danger and the ball goes out over the roof of the eco fuel stand here, and it'll be another throw in for Cork City. Cian Bargery just waiting for Mark Moynihan, the fourth official, to...
Lovely bit of football there as well from Coffey and Murphy and Keating. You know, the three of them linked up very well together. They're trying to cut Galway open.
Throw in for the visitors. Cian Bargery to Cian Murphy. Back to Bargery. Bargery drives into the area, picks out Aaron Bulger 20 yards from goal. Left-footed effort from Bulger. Kearns got down well though toward Aaron Bulger.
Yeah, you'd expect him to save that all day long, Aaron Bulger. I was surprised he didn't take it on with his right foot, Keane, because it was coming across a nice pace for him to hit, meet it first time with his right foot.
Back to Conor Kearns. Stephen Walsh and Ali Gilchrist.
Ooh.
Seems to be a clash of heads there. Stephen Walsh has a head injury.
Yeah,
Oliver Moran, quite some time later,
he
realises
he has to recognise that of a head injury is head injury.
Mark Moynihan, the fourth official, having a word with John Caulfield. Colin Fortune also.
Just a shout out this evening, Keane, to Dave Devlin at Ardmore. He's watching the game live. He's after moving into his new house today in Ardmore, or someplace in Athenry. So the best luck to him and his wife in their new move.
Absolutely. Hopefully they're enjoying the game so far. Headed away there by Max Hemmings. Added to by Dave Hurley. Keane Coleman for City. To Aaron Bulger. Bulger drives forward with trademark craft. Crowley into Healy. Healy can score from distance. Back to Bulger. Bulger stitching the play together nicely for City. Just looking for an option. Matt Healy.
Nice player, Bulger. He keeps the ball. He keeps the game very simple as well at times. You know, he's just pass and move, and he's all the time looking for the ball as well. That's really liking the player, a bit of confidence. You know that he wants to get on at any situation at all, any time.
Pressed well on that occasion. City had to go all the way back to Dave Harrington. Jira Karishik, Kirky, on Orshaw, Murphy, Coffey. Keating trying to chase the ball into Coffey's path. City on the front foot now with Matt Healy. Healy chased by Stephen Walsh. Hemmings with the challenge. Free kick given to Galway United.
Yeah, it's just an impact injury. He caught him in the bone, just under the knee. I'd say it would just be sore for a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds, so he'd be fine. There he goes.
Hemmings okay to continue. Conor Kearns, the United goalkeeper, just assesses his options. Looks for Max Hemmings. Good header there though from Bargery for City.
Just looking at the pitch again tonight, Keane. It's in great condition. We've been fortunate with the weather that we've had the last while, but it's in great condition. Noel and his team have done a great job again.
Throw in for United. Hemmings to Walsh. Gilchrist with the clearance. Finnerty with the header for United to Dave Hurley. Hurley guides the ball forward. Hakkinen takes it down to Bulger. Bulger to Barry Coffey. Coffey scored 11 league goals for City. Bargery wants to drive at Max Hemmings. Skips inside. Bargery with a long range effort. Headed away there by James Finnerty. And it will be a corner kick for Cork City. And inevitably Cian Coleman, Ali Gilchrist and Jonas Hakkinen stride forward as Matt Healy comes across to take this corner kick for the visitors.
You know, there's so much information now with set pieces and corner kicks. You know, you have to vary it up every week. You know, everybody knows each other set piece. You could have 10 or 12 in your catalogue, but everybody seems to get a copy of somebody's to know what they're doing for every corner kick or set or throw-ins.
The latest conference taking place is Oliver Mooring having a word with Dave Hurley and Barry Coffey. There will be a corner kick for Matt Healy. Good Good delivery too. Header from Gilchrist. Cannons off the woodwork. Hakkinen with the effort. Save from Conor Kearns. Galway United very fortunate to survive a significant scare there, Ollie.
You know, he'll be very disappointed, Gilchrist. We have a great vantage point here. There was a free goal behind the goalkeeper Kearns. All he had to do was cushion the header in, and obviously he hit the crossbar, but he'd be disappointed himself he missed it.
He was back on defensive duties there though, and he did well to deal with Ed McCarthy's cross on that occasion, but City could have hit the front there in the west of Ireland. Throw in for Ed McCarthy again. Portilla and Charlie Lyons scamper forward from the back. Ed McCarthy though goes short to Dave Hurley. Back to Ed McCarthy. McCarthy's cross takes a deflection and goes out for a corner kick. Wasn't much in it, but Dave Harrington nearly prevented the corner kick, but it will be a corner for United.
It's one thing probably on that side with McCarthy as well. When he tries to find his left foot, the quality is not there, you know. And that side, when he's very good at deliveries with the right foot, but he is a bit weak with a couple of his attempts in the box this evening.
Corner kick for Galway United. Ronan Manning again will take. Harrington doesn't gather in that occasion. Ball spills to Stephen Walsh. Blocked from Hakkinen. Mikey Rowe. Blocked by Gilchrist. Back to Stephen Walsh. Trying to cushion a shot. Blocked by Gilchrist. Blocked by Coffey. Coffey celebrates after the second block. Corner kick, Galway United.
You know what, Keane, it was tremendous defending as well. They threw their bodies everywhere. About 3 or 4 blocks in concession there. But, you know, it's all about keeping clean sheets tonight for them anyway. To just get anything out of Galway tonight, it'd be a great result for them.
Manning and Hurley go across to take a corner kick in front of a passionate Cork City away crowd. Stewart's just having a word as Manning and Hurley want to take this corner kick for United. Dave Hurley delivers it into a packed area. Harrington claims on this occasion. Referee Oliver Moran gives a soft free kick to Wally.
Yeah, look, I don't get the chips into the box either, Keane. You know, the delivery has to be a bit better than that, because it's all day long goalkeeper's ball that height. You know, and you're making it easy for him too, because there's no pace in the ball.
Decent enough game thus far, Ollie.
Yeah, look at it. It's been lively. Both sides have done well. They're playing well. You know, there's nobody's showing any signs of a bit of nerves or jitter or anything like that. It's been quite an enjoyable game.
Harrington with the free kick. Ed McCarthy with the clearance only as far as Matt Healy. Healy just can't keep the ball in play, and it will be a throw in for the home team.
Well, they've kept themselves honest as well this year, Keane. Both of them, you know, they've been sparring. One has been in front, one has led, you know. So it's only the last couple of weeks that Cork have really pulled away.
Coffey to Coleman. Nudges the ball forward. Conor Kearns, the United goalkeeper, claims. Charlie Lyons. Coleman heads it away. Conor O'Keefe with the challenge. Keating, though, manages to win possession for City. Puts the ball into the area, and it will be a goal kick.
No, he's chancing his arm. They're looking for Conor, but he showed good pace there, Keane. In fairness, Keating getting by Finnerty.
12 goals in the league for City this season. Rory Keating has played, of course, in the SSE Electricity League twice with Galway United and with Finn Harps. Had a spell cross channel, of course, too, with Torquay United. Header there from Cian Coleman, headed away by Portilla for United. Bulger and Manning collide. Crowley wins possession for City, and then Healy wins a throw in on the far side. Goes across to take this for City. Some of the home crowd believe a few yards have been stolen, but Bargery will take this throw in for City. Coleman and Gilchrist in the area. Stephen Walsh with the header. Dave Hurley and Mikey Rowe with subsequent headers for the home team. City have possession back though. Crowley drills it into the area. Goalkeeper Conor Kearns punches it away. Manning tries to keep it in play with Bulger close by. Manning wins the free kick there. Good play there from Ronan Manning.
Yeah, he did well. He was hoping for the advantage to get away from Aaron Bulger, but the linesman had flagged for it as well, so he had to give it. They have a slight height advantage as well when it comes to set pieces. Cork, when they do push on compared to Galway's back four or back three, you know, they have a bit of a height advantage, as I said.
Some opposing players for sure. Hakkinen appears to foul Ronan Manning on that occasion. Play on. Hurley. Walsh will keep it in play. Walsh forces a corner kick, and that's the value of having Stephen Walsh in the team. He just provides such industry and honest endeavour out of a nothing situation.
Yeah,
Galway United force a corner kick.
You can see Gilchrist giving out to a couple of players there, you know, the way that Galway were getting in behind too easy, you know, they go out and chase and cover for people that giving away the ball in the middle of the park, and they're just pinging it over the back four of Cork.
Galway United crowd in good voice. It's Ronan Manning will take this corner kick for the home team. Decent delivery. Harrington punches it away though. Mikey Rowe tussle there with Murphy. Cork crowd look for a free kick. Play on, says referee Moran, who's letting the game go. Harrington to Barry Coffey. Coffey.
It's out.
Gets the ball out for a United throw in there. Hemmings to Conor O'Keefe. Dave Harrington, immensely promising young goalkeeper. Lines to Manning to Diego Portilla to James Finnerty turns out and drives forward inside to Mikey Rowe slips a pass to Conor O'Keefe to Ed McCarthy under pressure from Crowley. McCarthy tries to get forward, wins another corner kick for Galway United.
Yeah, did well there. A lovely switch of play there by O'Keefe, or Chief, as your dad would call him. You know, a nice switch of play, a nice touch by McCarthy as well, and a bit of acceleration to win the corner for Galway.
Murphy not happy with the official for a failure to award a free kick a couple of moments ago. 50-50 collision, but Keane Murphy certainly had a case, and he's right to argue it. Corner kick for United though. Manning and Hurley stand over the football. Manning's delivery.
One.
Just hacked away there by Cork skipper Cian Coleman. Max Hemmings steers it back into the area. Gilchrist with the brave defensive header. Ed McCarthy, long range attempt from Ed McCarthy. Drifts wide volley.
Yeah, look at I suppose the shot was on as well, but he could have played Hurley out in the wing and just keep that bit of pressure on the back four of Cork. But they've defended well tonight, Cork. You know, they've been nice and solid and nice and strong as well. They don't concede much.
Harrington will take the goal kick here for Cork City. A header from Charlie Lyons. Hakkinen for City. Inside to Barry Coffey. Coffey turns out nicely and slides Cian Murphy Clear, Murphy with the cross. Max Hemmings had to make a connection with that because Bargery was loitering with intent. Matt Healy though has possession for City. Delivers a right foot across into the area. Keating with the header. Murphy with another header. Keating with another header. And goalkeeper Conor Kearns gathers. Keating would love to score against United. Was sent off here earlier in the campaign and had a bit of disappointment, but City went on to win that game, of course. Finnerty to Portilla. Charlie Lyons for United. Lyons into Manning. Hakkinen. His hand on his back. No foul though. There's a free kick there, surely. It's going to be a yellow card too, I'd say, for Charlie Lyons.
Yeah, it was a bit of a heavy touch by Ronan Manning. He did allow the Cork to get another bite on him, and he just broke away. And between the full-back coming in and the whole lot, he was always going to get that touch on the full-back to give away the foul and the yellow card.
Conor O'Keefe and Ronan Manning just arguing that cause there, because it seemed to be a hand on Manning's back, but Oliver Moran is the man that matters, and he didn't deem it worthy of a free kick, and subsequently Charlie Lyons received the yellow card. And there can't be too many complaints about that particular challenge, but it will be a free kick for City. Matt Healy will take. Gilchrist, Coffey, Coleman, Hakkinen, Murphy and Keating all standing on the edge of the Galway United area. Healy with the free kick, headed away by Max Hemmings. Aaron Bulger retrieves possession for City. Does well to skip by Ronan Manning's challenge. Conor Kearns though gathers for United. Thought about releasing Dave Hurley quickly, but instead just waits for the United team to get their shape. Rolls it out to James Finnerty. Finnerty to Max Hemmings. Back to James Finnerty. Header from Cian Coleman. Thrown in for United. Hemmings to Conor O'Keefe. Back to Max Hemmings. O'Keefe captaining United this evening to Charlie Lyons. Lyons with the left-footed cross. Hakkinen and Coffey. Manning though has possession on the edge of the area. Manning, feint of effort there from Ronan Manning. Possibilities always exist when Ronan Manning's on the pitch, Ollie.
Yeah, look, he's great at finding the air, in fairness to him, and you don't have to ask him twice to take a shot on, and probably just didn't get enough purchase in it, but a good attempt to goal.
Harrington looking for Keating, headed away there by Charlie Lyons. John Caulfield gives the ball to Jonas Hakkinen.
He caught it well, John. He probably would have picked a bit up from Dave Barry in his days at Cork City.
Former Roscommon minor footballer John Caulfield, Ollie, so
yeah, he has some pedigree.
He had some pedigree, even though you have to remember the greatness of Dave Barry in a number of codes. Dave Barry, what a stalwart he was. You think of the great players that played for Cork City in that era. Patsy Frayne, amongst others.
Pat Morley too. Strike partner of John Caulfield. That's right. Declan Daly, all good players. Phil Harrington.
Great era for Cork City. Fractured Galway United hearts on many occasions, but always a great goalie side.
We gave them Johnny Glynn as well for a season or two.
Mark Herrick,
yeah.
Corner kick for City. Again, plenty of bodies committed forward. Portilla though heads the ball away only as far as Crowley. Crowley's shot just was never going to test. Conor Kearns and Mark Moynihan, the fourth official, just rolls in a replacement football. As the interval approaches here on the far side, you can see Caulfield having a word with Ronan Manning.
I think the only thing about tonight, Keane, really is obviously Galway want to win this. They won't want to see Cork win the league down here in Galway. They'll want to see them go up the road and keep it bubbling over for another couple of weeks.
Healy to Bulger to Crowley goes back to Aaron Bulger. Again, clever footballer Aaron Bulger. Shamrock Rovers, Cardiff City. Longford Town, of course, too. He had a spell with the Midlanders. James Finnerty. Hackenen with the header. Crowley under duress from Ed McCarthy. McCarthy does well. It will be a throw in on the far side for United. Manning has Dave Hurley as an option if he wants to go short. Instead, leaves it for Ed McCarthy. We'll fire this into a packed Cork area once again. Lines with the header. Goalkeeper David Harrington was unperturbed. Harrington again just lets his colleagues get back into position. Crowley can't keep that one in play, and it will be a throw in for Galway United Football Club in front of the Comer stand. McCarthy heads the ball forward. Walsh goes in chase. Coleman couldn't take any chances. Conor O'Keefe with the header. Matt Healy. Two headers, then Bargary goes down. Made the most of it, but wins the free kick.
It's just one of those as well. Sometimes they're given, sometimes they're not. But Galway just coming on half time now as well. They just want to keep their concentration here and not concede going into half time.
Matt Healy to Aaron Bulger. Bulger back to Jonas Hackenen. Keane Bargary. All the way back to David Harrington. Gilchrist still pushed on. Just can't connect with that, and it will be a throw in for Charlie Lyons on the far side. Clay Simul Gomanshaw, Kush Kerba, Cahar Kirky, Shansaku Unura, Vimior Ali Gilchrist, Aaron Thivella V, Kupla Jeshek and Aaron Balya Freshen, Stefan Brannock, Arish, Adol, Throw, Maliro Jack, Sora Branchinek, Jonas Hackenen. Manning wins a throw in for United. Caulfield to Ronan Manning. Mark Moynihan was down. Showed some turn of pace to get there, the fourth official. Throw in for Cork City, and Dave Hurley, Ronan Manning absolutely incensed about that. The home crowd not happy either. Ed McCarthy just can't believe that United didn't get a throw in on that occasion.
No, it couldn't have been any closer really, to be honest with the referee. It definitely looked as if it's come off the Cork fella's foot out for throw in for Galway.
Getting the tunnel ready on the far side. Nolan, Stephen Connolly, Paul Mellett, one of the stewards, and two, just checking that all is in order. But can United, or Cork City, land a blow before the break? Mikey Rowe dribbles forward, carries the ball into the area. Rowe with the cross, Hackenen with the block. Corner kick for Galway United. It will be a late bit of drama here at the end of an interesting first half. Ronan Manning will take Dave Hurley. Not too far away. First half stoppage time. Ronan Manning delivers to the back post. Finnerty just can't get there. Portilla with the header, couldn't steer it on target, and referee Oliver Moore and blasts the half-time whistle on him.
Yeah, look, it was a bit of a half chance really for Portillo at the end of the half, but look at it's been a good contest so far, but I'm sure Ali Gilchrist, the chance he missed, as I said, we had a great vantage point here. He'd be awful disappointed himself. He should have put it in. He had a clear free header at the back post. There was nobody on the line, and obviously hit the post or crossbar and come away. But look, it's honours even, and hopefully Galway can come out and do the business second half.
Ultimately, though, Wally, it's been a lively encounter.
It has been a good counter. Cork have played well, Galway have played well. Both teams have had their moments during the game where they've opened up each other. Not really any really clear-cut chances, but they've a couple of bitty half chances which led to corners here and there, both sides of the pitch as well.
But it's been a eventful enough first half here. We're going to have a look at a few highlights here just before we take a little break for the half-time interval. But United early on had a couple of opportunities. Mikey Rose cross here from the right, Ollie, and Stephen Walsh's header was gathered by David Harrington, a very promising goalkeeper.
Again, we were saying that a bit more pace on the ball, but this one here, I thought Bulger should have. Well, it was coming across his body. Look at it, he was probably felt he was going to be blocked, but look, it was a good bit of improvisation for himself to get on his left foot. But there's a chance. Gilchrist, as I said to you, he'd be off disappointed with that he didn't put it away.
That was a really good opportunity for Cork City from Matt Healy's corner kick. Ali Gilchrist. United had a few set-piece situations of their own when Ronan Manning dinged the ball into the area, and there was some brave defending here from City. Yeah, it was great defending. That ball, Gilchrist took it there twice, putting his body on the line and out again. Third block from in a row, and went out for a corner. Look, to them, that's as good as a goal. Keeping a clean sheet. This was Murphy was looking for a free kick on that occasion. Could have got it, but he had a few words with Oliver Moran after, but no harm in that either. Good to see a bit of passion from both sides throughout the game, Ollie. Yeah, look, there's nothing, no quarter being given. Everybody wants to win the game tonight. Look, they're the two best teams in the league this year by a mile. Obviously, Waterford would say as well. Look, they're in the shake-up, but both of them have been sparring all year, as I said to you in the commentary, that they've, Galway have been on top, Cork been on top, Galway have been on top, and look at the last couple of weeks, Galway had a dip in form, and Cork had taken advantage of that and to pull ahead. We'll be back for the second half shortly here, but Glaham and Shopwork, Eamonn, Deacy, Gainta, Nodge, Kirky, Nodge, Biggie, Rashlane, and Gyankupla, Nomad.
SSE Airtricity, official sponsor of the men's and women's leagues.
BuyForPetsOnline.ie, Ireland's #1 online pet store, are proud to be the new sponsors of the LOI show and associate sponsor of the League of Ireland. Shop all the top brands including Royal Canin, Acana, Hill Science Plan, Red Mills and much more. Shop now at BuyForPetsOnline.ie. BuyForPetsOnline.ie, proudly supporting Irish soccer.
It's been amazing. We've had so much great support from people around Sligo. We're getting great numbers at our games. The sponsorship has been brilliant for the team this season, so there's a really good buzz around Sligo for the Women's National League games.
For everyone in the league and for all the girls playing, it's just an incredible achievement to be, I suppose, on the TV, and everyone is so grateful that TG Car are once again supporting growing the women's game in Ireland.
Yeah, it's brilliant for promoting the league and getting women's football out there. It's definitely needed in this country.
Well, I think as players it's kind of a little bit of a reward as well to see that it's getting bigger and better, because I think like each player works so hard, so it's such a big thing to us, but yeah, it's really good.
I think it's really important, to get the league the recognition it needs. It's obviously great that TG Caher have come on board and broadcast some of these games, so it gives a chance of younger girls looking up that they have the opportunity to come along and play on national television, so I think that's quite important.
Yeah, I suppose it's exciting now. Last year we seen the impact it had, and we're really excited to be involved this year, so yeah, hopefully there'll be a few good games.
Look, even ourselves stepping into the final last year, the coverage and the media was absolutely excellent for it, and seeing the games on TG Caher last year and then even more games on TG Caher this year, it's great to see for girls, because it's people that maybe mightn't see it who watch TG Caher might pop in and see the women's football and see how well it's doing in Ireland.
I think it's fantastic to keep broadcasting all women's sport. It's not only just football, like every sport for women seems to be getting out there more and more, and it's fantastic to see.
All the young kids in your locality and stuff get to watch it, and they see the ads for it coming up on TV. They're thinking, oh look, I can watch Dervla with Peamount or Cairn with Peamount, and I can sit down on a Saturday evening at home and in my own house without having to travel up and down. I can just watch them, and it's really inspiring for them to see what they can kind of move on to as well when they get older.
Dundalk again keep playing it very, very quickly. Paul Doyle tries the long range shot. Oh, what a save from Paul Martin, and it's bounced back into the back of the net. Oh, he made a cracking save, but the spin of the ball has put it into the back of the net, and Waterford find themselves behind.
Oh, Paul Martin was so unlucky that time, I think he put the ball onto the bar, and by the way, the ball bounced like a rugby ball and went back into the roof of the net. It was an excellent shot, okay, absolutely superb shot by Paul Doyle, but so unlucky it was for Paul Martin. It bounced like a rugby ball and straight back into the back of the net.
Yeah, very, very unlucky for the shot tipped onto the crossbar.
Yeah, it did the way it bounced like a rugby ball and back into the roof of the net.
So Paul Doyle.
He once played in goal for Limerick against UCD in an FAI Cup quarter-final where UCD won narrowly by 3-2. Tommy, of course, wouldn't have been a goalkeeper. There's a chance here for Treaty United. Is that a second one? It is from Enda Kern. It's gone in. It took a bit of a ricochet as it was going in, but Enda Kern adds to his earlier goal in the 40th minute here at the Markets Field. And Tommy, really, UCD will be kicking themselves that they didn't clear their lines.
No, they had a wonderful opportunity. You'll see it now in a minute on the playback. But I don't know what the two centre-halves got in a mix. And just waiting for one of them to clear it. I don't know, did he miss-hit it? You'll see there, it's a good break by Dean George. Initially I thought Enda was offside, but it's not. It's just here where they've gone in and it's just broken. The two of them just wait for each other to deal with it, and Todd's on his wrong side, really should be swinging his right leg there instead of going with his left leg, and he's knocked it into Enda's path straight through on goal, and Enda gave it the finish it deserves. So wonderful first half, first 42 minutes from Treaty.
To be taken in the 25th minute by Ben O'Riordan. There's Willie Armshaw. Again, Armshaw does well to cut inside. He's having a good game on the right side for Treaty United. Oh, beautiful there for penalty. Enda Kern then with the spot kick for Treaty United. Cian Moore in the UCD goal, and Enda Kern hits it low and hard into the keeper's bottom left-hand corner. There was nothing Cian Moore could do about that. A super strike from Enda Kern, yet again getting on the score sheet in the extra time. .ie FAI Cup, Tommy, and well taken penalty.
Super take on the basis. I think he's missed the last two. Great confidence. no fear. He's come up and he's drilled it low and hard to the keeper's left, and as you say, he's gone the right way, but he had no chance of getting a hand on it, and I would think Treaty probably deserve to be the goal up at this stage.
Right inside. Awasharia cuts back inside. Junior still going forward, finds Awasharia against Gartland. Awasharia turns and gets the space across. Sloggett has a clear header but falls for Griffin. Can he get the shot away? Griffin, oh, back of the net! What a goal! Shane Griffin, beautiful strike, and it's all square here at the RSC.
He hit that as sweet as a nut. Absolutely sweet as a nut. Gave Nathan Shepherd no chance whatsoever. And Waterford deserved that because they had a lovely little spell for the last 10 to 8 minutes. But my God, Shane Griffin, he has that in his locker all the time. And that was as sweet as a nut. Absolutely brilliant goal.
Yes, Waterford back on level terms here. And perhaps no more than they deserved.
Look at that left foot. Absolutely superb.
Ball cleared away when it came in and fell beautifully.
Right on the D was, and he hit that with his left foot. Shepherd, no. Yeah, there's great variation, isn't there, with the way Waterford take free kicks. You don't know what's going to happen.
Anderson gives the signal. He's going to go towards the back post. Cantwell is there for Waterford. Drops. Oh, back of the net! Dara Power! Cantwell knocks it down. Power fires it to the back of the net. And Waterford take the lead here. Perfect time to score.
Superb free kick. Brilliant free kick by Patterson. And an absolutely stunning finish by Dara Power. The set pieces Waterford this year have been absolutely superb. And they deservedly now lead by 2 goals to 1. And the RSC has gone absolutely ballistic here. Well done, Patterson, and well done. Here we go.
Perfect free kick.
Headed back by
Washaria. And Dara Power there, just beautiful.
Yeah, superb delivery.
Cork, Eamonn, Deacy and Chuckush Gerba. Teams just about to come out for the second half here at Eamonn Deacy Park. Really good attendance here, Ollie, at the game, which was Cork were always going to bring a big crowd considering that they're on the verge of claiming the title, but decent gathering here from Galway United supporters too. It's just added to a decent atmosphere at this game.
Yeah, look, as such earlier, Keane, these are two premier sides really, Galway and Cork. That you'd expect a decent, healthy crowd. Like the more than if Galway were going for the title as well, it'd be packed down in Cork, down in Turner's Cross as well. That both of them travel well and they bring a nice, healthy crowd with them as well. But as such, we're hoping here. Look, obviously we have a Galway hats on us this evening. That Galway, have something to play for the next couple of weeks. Don't let everything fizzle out now in the next few weeks, and just 3 or 4 weeks time we're looking at the playoffs.
City back on the pitch here. Doesn't appear as if any changes are going to be made by the visitors, so they're going to stay as they were. Hackenen, Gilchrist, Keane Coleman at the back, Derek Crowley right wing back, Keane Bargery left wing back in the centre of the park, Bulger, Healy and Barry Coffey in an advanced role, Keane Murphy and Rory Keating in attack. United back onto the pitch here, led out this evening by Conor O'Keefe. Seems as if United will keep the same 11. Conor Kearns between the sticks. Back three of Finnerty, Portilla, Charlie Lyons. The centre of the park you have Conor O'Keefe anchoring the midfield. Dave Hurley and Mikey Rowe also in there. Hemmings on the right. Ed McCarthy on the left. Stephen Walsh in attack. Ronan Manning just in it, playing off him. Manning just shares a joke there with Keane Murphy and Rory Keating. The second half just about to kick off here. Aaron Bulger will take the first touch of this second half.
Good to see Killian Bruder on the bench as well, Keane, this evening. They like if it is a playoff for Galway, that they've someone with that bit of quality and leadership to come back in, a bit nice and fresh as well.
Aaron Bulger just about to get the game back underway. To Healy. Murphy. Rory Keating. Keating digs out a shot. Blocked though by Conor O'Keefe. Mikey Rowe to Dave Hurley. Hurley. Clever pass from Hurley to Max Hemmings. Hemmings to Mikey Rowe. Back to Max Hemmings. Challenge there though from Bargery. Throw in for United. Quickly taken. Mikey Rowe drills it into the area. Header from Hakkinen. Can Crowley prevent the corner? Yes, he can. Charlie Lyons though takes the ball down for United. Lyons inside to Stephen Walsh. Walsh challenged by a combination of Hakkinen and Coffey. Hurley's attempted cross blocked down by Barry Coffey. Throw in for David Hurley. Hurley leaves it for Ed McCarthy. McCarthy to Mikey Rowe. Ed McCarthy. Crowley with the challenge, but McCarthy stays on his feet. His cross though just doesn't work out on that occasion, despite the good approach work from Ed McCarthy. Just couldn't manage to dig out the cross there, Ollie.
Yeah, disappointing. You can see Ronan Manning looking at him and having a couple of words with him as well, you know. But they're looking for end product as well, Keane. You're going to make that kind of a run, you have to have some kind of delivery into the box.
David Harrington with the goal kick. Diego Portilla deemed to have been fouled there by Keane Murphy, who wasn't happy with the decision. Free kick for United, quickly taken by Conor Chief O'Keefe. Charlie Lyons, challenge from Crowley, did well to win possession back there for City. Advances on the right. Barry Coffey. Coffey with the cross, block from David Hurley. Throw in for Cork City in front of a passionate City away following. Bargery comes across to take. Gilchrist, Cian Coleman, both in the area. Portilla goes to mark Cian Coleman. Bargery is going to fire this into the area. Headed away though by Stephen Walsh. Ed McCarthy pumps it forward. Hakkinen with the header. Crowley keeps it in play. Bulger wants to play forward. Hurley with a good strong challenge. Oliver Moran with a very late whistle there. Foul by Hurley on Keating.
Yeah, you know, the worst thing about it, the foul there, it's right in front of the Cork people, so they're always going to be remonstrating and big shouts, and you know, he reacted to that as well.
Keating seemed to be in serious distress, but is okay now. Don't think there's any complaints about the fact that it was a free kick, but the whistle was very late. Matt Healy with the free kick for City. Healy will take the free kick for City. Header from Conor O'Keefe. Dave Hurley. Coffey has possession back for City. Dara Crowley. Crowley with the cross. Stephen Walsh with the header. Conor Kearns claims. Kearns to Dave Hurley. Hurley. Murphy, just such a committed player for City. Put him under a bit of pressure. That was great centre forward play there from Cian Murphy. Leads the line very well, Ollie.
Yeah, look, that's one thing you can't fault about Cork as well. They have great work rate and great work ethic about all their players. But you know, when you see the front lads chasing back 30-40 yards, well, you know, it's great to see as a manager as well, to see lads like that putting in the shift, and it just, you know, bounces around the rest of the team. They all put in the effort as well.
Portilla, Arashig, Conor Kearns, Coolbora Gayeita, Kearns, Gaji, Charlie Lyons. Barry Coffey on the edge of the area. Deflected effort, Barry Coffey goal for Cork City. Barry Coffey's 12th of the season. The Nina man, pitch invasion from City. Coffey surrounded by supporters. Cork City are on the verge of claiming the SSE or Tracy League First Division. A deflected goal from the Nina man, Barry Coffey, Ollie.
Yeah, look, it was one of those. It was just fortunate and unfortunate for Galway. It just took a wicked deflection off the Galway defender to lead to the goal, but there's Cork fans. There's no need for this either to come on the pitch as well. This was half expected this evening that this might happen if they did score, but we all want everybody to stay safe as well.
Flare lit on the pitch at the moment. Cork City lead by 1-0. Couple of flares there being lit on the pitch by Cork City supporters. Jubilant Cork City supporters. They lead by 1-0 here at Eamonn Deacy Park. Stewards trying to deal with the situation at the moment, but on the field of play, what utterly matters though is that Barry Coffey has scored for Cork City.
Yeah, Keane, they won't care, Cork, whatever way they score this evening. Look, in fairness to him, he took on the strike himself. It was just unfortunate the way it bounced off his leg and went over the Kearns in goal, but hopefully Galway will have a bit of a reaction. Look, it's not 5 minutes to go, it's 5 minutes into the second half.
Referee Oliver Moran just waiting for the stewards to deal with this situation. Significant amount of Cork City supporters invaded the pitch. Seems to be a few more flares and bangers being let off by the City supporters. Maybe 24 stewards on the pitch, so referee Moran can't get the game back underway. Barry Coffey though is really made it.
Yeah, he's a good player, Keane. He's been busy all night, but he's a nice ball player as well, and he's energetic. He's around the pitch and he gets on with his business well, and he's very effective. But they have that threat all around the pitch. I said earlier, Keating as well up top, and Murphy. Like you can look back, Keane, you said it a few minutes ago, by the work rate of Murphy going back, and they retained the ball back. They moved up the pitch fairly quickly, Cork, and they got the goal from it. All little ingredients lead to things as well.
Absolutely, Ollie. Just wait for the game to get back underway here. Cork City lead by 1-0. I'm sure those tasked with running the club though will be worried about the couple of €1,000 fine that's going to be on the way for all the flares that have been lit off. Here the guards are in now trying to identify some of the culprits, so we still are going to have a further delay, but ultimately die-hard Cork City supporters will just be thrilled that they lead here on the banks of the Carroll by 1-0. And it's all the smoke.
I suppose interest of safety too with the linesman on this side as well. He wants to make sure that he stays safe as well with flares and everything that's been lit over this side.
But Oliver Moore now the fourth official, or the referee is going to go over to the fourth official, it seems. Mark Moynihan on the far side.
Yeah, he looks as if he might have to take the players off the pitch, will he? On the things.
Seems to be Colin Fortune, the United assistant
take
manager.
The players off the pitch.
Players are going to be taken off the pitch, so we're going to have a delay here at
Eamonn
Deacy Park, and Cork players seem to be going over towards the supporters. Ali Gilchrist telling the supporters maybe not to let off any more flares. He came towards the Cork City supporters.
But even in the interest of safety of their own fans as well, Keane, they're in amongst flares, and accidents can happen. Anybody could lose a limb or anything at all by just someone laying off the tray. Not all these things are safe either. You don't want to see anybody getting hurt this evening. At the end of the day, it's only a game of soccer.
to be so words being exchanged between supporters and stewards at the moment below us. Hard to see from this vantage point.
Yeah, we're 5 minutes been delayed now already.
Some of the City players are going over. Cian Coleman, the captain, just telling the supporters to cool down, but Derek Crowley having a word with the assistant. Game set to get back underway following all the commotion.
It's bringing me back to my disco days, Cian, back in the 90s with the dried ice in the nightclubs.
Them were the days, Ollie.
That's for the days. Those were the days, right?
But game about to get back underway here, thankfully, following that.
Yeah, so
stoppage.
We've lost about 5.5 minutes to the delay. So look at, hopefully Galway can show a bit of response, a bit of reaction to this.
Stephen Walsh just waiting for Oliver Moran to get the game back underway. Moran gets the match back underway with the whistle. Stephen Walsh to Dave Hurley. Finnerty to Diego Portilla. Portilla steers it forward, headed away by Gilchrist. Barry Coffey to Hackenen. Charlie Lyons with the header. Barry Coffey wins it back for City. Max Hemmings. Bulger has possession for Cork City. Crowley inside to the goal scorer Barry Coffey. Back to Crowley, who drives forward on the right. Ed McCarthy swept away by Lyons. Walsh with the header, but Aaron Bulger, as he has so frequently done this evening, just tidies it all up in the centre of the park and then just opts to roll the ball back to Harrington. Harrington's clearance only goes as far as Hurley. Hurley thought about going for the audacious effort, instead trying to steer it in towards Stephen Walsh. Coleman with the challenge. Rory Keating tries to release Cian Murphy. Murphy has Keating in the area too. Murphy back to Coffey. Coffey to Healy. Healy with a long range effort. What a shot from Matt Healy. Hits the woodwork, and Cork City nearly go two to the good there, Ollie. Matt Healy scored a peach of a goal here earlier in the campaign, and he nearly added another one to the collection this evening.
Yeah, look, a fabulous bit of football between Keating and Coffey, and Coffey knew who was coming his right shoulder into the path to Healy, but he did very well to get a great shot off, and just unfortunate for him that it went over the crossbar. But nice bit of football again. But it goes back again to Bulger as well in the middle of the park. He's been lovely and neat. He's a joy to watch because he keeps everything nice and simple, but his ball retention is brilliant.
O'Keefe to Hurley. Challenge from Bargery. Mikey Rowe tries to put him under a bit of pressure, but Bargery still manages to pick out Rory Keating. Finnerty to Hurley. Mikey Rowe. Can he deliver across into Max Hemmings? Hemmings steers it goalwards, headed away though by Hackenen, only as far as Dave Hurley. Hurley with the challenge. Crowley with the header to Barry Coffey, who's becoming increasingly influential. Keating holds it up and waits for support. Bargery to Murphy, who will chase everything in attack for City. Keating has possession once again for the visitors. Rory Keating. Coffey nearby. Coffey with another effort from distance, wasn't too far away. And Barry Coffey and Matt Healy, they really love to take on shots from that sort of distance, Ollie.
Yeah, that's besides the goal. There's 2 or 3 chances that Cork have had in this half, and we're only say 10 minutes officially, probably into the second half. But I thought the last chance here, the ball fell to Hemmings, that he should have taken it on himself. He went to cross it in.
Ed McCarthy. Stephen Walsh back to Ed McCarthy. Dave Hurley to Mikey Rowe. Rowe to Ed McCarthy. McCarthy with the cross into the area. Bulger, Coffey. Keating to Bulger. Keating again, fouled there, it seems, by Portilla.
Yeah, it was, it looked a bit intentional. He did put a foot into him, Keating. by Portillo.
Keating is okay to continue once again.
I'd say Caulfield probably have to look to bring in some firepower. Keane, you know, I see Manley warming up the far side, doing a fairly intense warm up. You know, he's done well. Kind of gone a bit quiet the last couple of weeks, but look at a big occasion now this evening might bring the best out of him.
It looks as if he's got word from John Caulfield and Colin Fortune in the technical area. Manley and Wilson Waweru go back towards the dugout. They may be introduced imminently. Hakkinen to Coffey. Hurley with the challenge for United. Hurley to Manning. Manning to Mikey Rowe. Back to Dave Hurley.
Go on.
Stephen Walsh inside. Gilchrist. Oliver Moran waves play on. Walsh is absolutely incensed, to be the polite way of putting it. But
no, he doesn't go down, Stephen, in fairness to him. If he got a yard on somebody, he's gone. So obviously something must have happened. Like you could see the way he reacted. There was something definitely happened.
Right smile there from Ali Gilchrist, who used all of his experience there, but he's made a significant contribution this season for City. Coffey dinks it over the top for Murphy. Murphy manages to keep the ball in play. His cross towards the back post. Crowley just beaten to it there though by Ed McCarthy. Jonas Hakkinen with a nice little touch to Matt Healy. Healy, clever pass to the elusive Barry Coffey. Coffey with the cross. Mikey Rowe though has possession back for United to Ronan Manning. Manning drives forward. Challenge though from Crowley. Bulger skips forward for City. Bulger with the turn to Keating. Keating skips inside. Rory Keating's effort lacked accuracy.
Yeah, again, Bulger showing his quality and his ball retention, running from the right side of the pitch all the way across to the left hand side. But Keating did well as well. A nice little bit of play by him, getting in and out of the goal team to get a shot off.
Bastian Heary and Wilson Waweru set to join the action for United. Conor O'Keefe to Diego Portilla. Portilla. James Finnerty looking for Mikey Rowe. Coleman to Bargery. Portilla just shepherds the ball out of play.
It's interesting to see who is going to take off, Keane. I'd say possibly Hemmings, the far side, has been quiet this evening. You know, nobody's really got out that left full over the far side. Everything's been played in front of him. Where McCarthy a couple of times this side has tried to get at people and go at people, but just his final ball at times hasn't been fantastic.
Crossfield pass there from Charlie Lyons. Max Hemmings unable to keep the ball in play, and Bastian Heary and Wilson Waweru just getting the last few instructions from John Caulfield and Colin Fortune. David Harrington will take the goal kick here for Cork City. Crowley to Coffey. Hakkinen. Bulger. Side to Healy. Healy. Skillful player. Hakkinen to Bulger. Bulger under pressure from Hurley.
Oh, come on, referee. They come off his leg.
Throw in for Cork City. Ronan Manning is going to be replaced by Wilson Waweru. And Bastian Heary is also set to be introduced. Heary is going to replace Diego Portilla.
He's gone flat back four, so, and Wilson up top with Stephen.
Looks as if Conor O'Keefe's going to drop back into a central defensive role. Crowley. Finnerty. Again, Murphy working ever so hard for City. Ultimately, it'll be a goal kick though for Galway United. Conor Kearns will take. Kearns to Charlie Lyons. Lyons looking for Waweru. Waweru. Harrington quickly off his line. Just rifles it away. Mark McNulty out in the technical area once again. Lyons to Kearns. Back to Charlie Lyons. Bastian Heary. Heary fouled there by Aaron Bulger. Finnerty looking for McCarthy. Good header there from Crowley. Hurley to Charlie Lyons. O'Keefe. James Finnerty. Lyons' pass cut out by Barry Coffey. Coffey to Rory Keating. Keating into the area. Left-footed effort from Keating. High and not so handsome.
Yeah, look at the poor ball again from Lyons. This, you know, the ball had just gone back to the goal. We can see it as well. He left the ball short from McCarthy over this side as well, and they got down the pitch, and it ended up that the score from as well. We nearly cut out there again for a second goal from Cork City.
Conor O'Keefe looking for Waweru. Gilchrist with the header. Bulger and O'Keefe to Hemmings. Stephen Walsh. Bulger again to Rory Keating. Coffey, who's enjoyed a really productive second half here for Cork City. Mikey Rowe though stuck to his task well there and wins a free kick for United.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. Cork City tonight, you know, between Keating and Murphy, they can rely on Coffey to be making the runs as well, and little intricate passes there, just laying off, you know. But they're all good ball players as well, Keane, and they're all in tune as well with what's going on.
Dave Hurley, former UCC student. Bastian Heary back to Dave Hurley. Hurley to Ed McCarthy. Cross to Stephen Walsh. Walsh holds the ball up. Gilchrist with the challenge. Walsh holds on to possession. Back to Ed McCarthy. McCarthy to Bastian Heary. Heary with the cross into the area.
Handball.
Header from Bargery. Row to Stephen Walsh. Good block from Ali Gilchrist. Ed McCarthy. Block from Aaron Bulger. Murphy just smashes it away. Conor O'Keefe quickly takes a throw in to Conor Kearns. James Finnerty to Heary. Bastian Heary for United to James Finnerty. Mikey Rowe. Charlie Lyons to Ed McCarthy. McCarthy deemed to have drifted into an offside position, and it'll be a throw in, or a free kick rather, for Cork City.
It just hasn't really happened for Galway second half. You know, the Cork are happy to let Galway play all day in front of them, you know, over sideways, backways, and just that bit of, you know, penetrating runs through the units, say between midfield and forwards. It just hasn't really happened second half. Just waiting for some bit of an injection to happen into the half.
Healy to Bargery. United adequately deal with the situation on that occasion. It'll be a throw throw in for Conor O'Keefe. O'Keefe to Max Hemmings, back to Conor O'Keefe. Now playing at the back alongside James Finnerty and Charlie Lyons. Hemmings on the right, Ed McCarthy on the left. Heary in the centre of the park alongside David Hurley and Mikey Rowe. Wilson Waweru pressed high up the pitch alongside Stephen Watt. Can Galway United find a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of magic, a little bit of invention to get back into this game? Hurley to Conor O'Keefe, captaining United in the absence of former Cork City star Conor McCormack. Max Hemmings does well. His cross to Stephen Watt. Watt into Wilson Waweru. Waweru with the effort. And Wilson Waweru restores parity at Eamonn Deacy Park. And Galway United are back on level terms, Ollie.
Yeah, look, it was a fabulous ball. It's the first time really Hemmings, I said it earlier on the half, that was taken on the full back. Great ball into to Stephen Watt. And he had the awareness to see where Wilson was. Knocked the ball down to him. But Wilson took his time, bit of composure, dispatched it well.
A fourth goal of the season for Wilson Waweru. Unfortunate not to score on a number of occasions at St. Coleman's Park last Friday, but Wilson Waweru has momentarily silenced the Cork City supporters here at Eamonn Deacy Park. Suddenly Galway United back in this match, 1-1, and it's City in possession. Matt Healy looks for Derek Crowley on the right. Crowley beaten in the air by Ed McCarthy. Dave Hurley, flare on the far side now from the home team. Waweru gets there ahead of Hakkinen. Bastian Heary inside to Dave Hurley. Hurley steers it forward. Stephen Walsh goes and chases David Harrington though quickly off his line, and he safely gathers.
So the last thing we want now is a stop of play either, where we have the bit of incentive of Galway United fans. Now the far side have the flares going, and you know, again it's a safety issue, and as you said, we don't want to fine the club either, Keane.
The FAI are going to do well out of this game, Ollie, because the significant figures that they're going to accumulate from all these flares. As Heary to Dave Hurley. Hurley drives forward for United, has Ed McCarthy wide left. McCarthy faced by Derek Crowley. Ed McCarthy with the left foot across into the area. Gilchrist had to be alert there to head the ball out for a Galway United corner, and the home crowd are beginning to find real voice here. They want to see Galway United finish the season strongly. Yes, of course, Cork City currently lead the table by 10 points, but United are very much back in this contest. Hurley waits for Heary to come across to take this corner kick.
You know, that's what we wanted as well. Caulfield made the changes. You know, he's brought in the lads, and you know, straight away is an impact from Wilson Waweru.
Bit of passion from the home crowd. Good to see. David Hurley will take the corner kick. Heary not too far away. Goes short to Bastian Heary. Heary tried the little scoop, didn't work out. Hurley at the second attempt into
goal!
Reverse flick from Charlie Lyons. The Cork man has scored for Galway United. A gorgeous finish from Charlie Lyons. Previously played with Preston North End and Cove Ramblers. Suddenly Galway United lead Cork City by 2-1, Ollie.
Yeah, look at the great finish. The corner kind of broke down, the one that we're probably trying, but you know what, great improvisation from Lyons there to get the ball, and a great overhead kick into dispatch into the corner. You know, the game has turned on its head in a couple of minutes, Keane.
It's 25th game for Galway United this evening. Charlie Lyons, his first goal for the Maroon Army. He scored a couple for Cove Ramblers against Galway United a couple of seasons ago at St. Coleman's Park, but suddenly there's a bit of drama here at Eamonn Deacy Park. Galway United have come from behind. It's something that they don't do too often, but they lead Cork City by 2-1. Matt Healy to Jonas Hakkinen. Hakkinen inside to Healy. Healy to Cian Coleman. Stephen Walsh won't give up on it. Cork City, can they summon a response now? This has been a dramatic second half here at Eamonn Deacy Park. It's had goals, it's had flares, it's had drama, it's had it all. A challenge there from Mikey Rowe. Caulfield claps. He's delighted with the effort, the enthusiasm that Galway United have shown since falling a goal behind, and it's been sparked by the introduction of Waweru and Heary, who've added a little bit of substance to the United's play. City, though, far from finished. Hakkinen with the cross for the visitors. Keating hits the deck theatrically, and referee Moran waves play on. Kearns comes across, gathers safely, and a roar of approval goes up from the Galway United crowd, who'll be satisfied to deny Cork City this evening.
Yeah, this, you know, the last, say, 5 minutes, Keane, as well, I didn't see it coming, you know, in fairness, but I had said it early on that with somebody have a go at the left foot, just see what he's like, and in fairness, it was a great switch of play by Hurley for Hemmings to start it all.
Hemmings again there wins another throw in for United. Moynihan, the fourth official, is busy going between the two dugouts on the far side. GPS certainly be high. Matt Healy strides forward for City. Brilliant play from Healy. Could have been fouled by O'Keefe. No, says referee Moran. Throw in for United, and Mark McNulty once again is out of the technical area. And similar to earlier in the season, he was an accomplished goalkeeper in his day, but he's certainly well able to gather the yards there in the technical area, Ollie. Mark McNulty.
Yeah, look, it's a right game now. You know, obviously Cork going behind. You know, it's nice and bubbly. You know, it's like a cup final the way it's up and down, and it is a good game. Good second half, good first half as well, actually, but. You know, we want the goals tonight, and Galway got two, and the crowd, the far side, especially on the right hand side, the F stand we call it, they're in buoyant mood at the moment.
Throw in for Galway United here. Max Hemmings to take. Good advertisement for the SSE Electricity League First Division. Heary back to Hemmings, but good work there though, in fairness, from the visitors. We throw in for Cian Bargery. Header there from Hemmings. Waweru to Hemmings into Walsh. Appeared to be fouled there by Cian Coleman, and referee Oliver Moran gives the free kick to Galway United. No card.
No, just a bit of frustration creeping in now with Cork. You know, the thought of the whole thing going, the 1-0 lead, and Galway weren't probably particularly playing too well at the time, and a bit of changes and a bit of luck as well, a stray ball here or there, you know, led to Galway getting the equaliser, and to go 2-1 up as well. But we've plenty of time left. As I said, we've say 13 minutes on the clock plus the injury time, 6 or 7 minutes for the clearance, and it's.
We'll be here for a while yet, Ollie, certainly. Free kick though for Galway United. Dave Hurley's had a fine spell recently for United. Lyons, one of the goal scorers. Free kick given against him there though, following that challenge, and it will be a free kick for City. David Harrington wants to get the game back underway quickly.
A lot more urgency now with Cork as well, you know, getting up the pitch. You know, the clock is burning down as well, or running down I should say. Caulfield is his 10,000 steps a day put in this evening, Keane. He's up and down the sideline, so he's walking.
There was a few of them in it between the two dugouts, but great to see that desire and drive for the 3 points that are on offer, and Cork City want them badly too, and it's hard to blame those involved. There's so much on the line here for both clubs. Throw in for City. Aaron Bulger looking for Crowley. Ed McCarthy quickly wins it back though for the home team. Charlie Lyons guides the ball forward. Hackenen to Gilchrist. Stephen Walsh doesn't give up on it. David Harrington bravely dives down at Stephen Walsh's feet to claim the ball.
Stevie keeping them honest again, chasing everything down.
Murphy to Keating. Keating with the cross into the area. Mikey Rowe has been industrious this evening. Dara Crowley for City. Back to Matt Healy. Healy with the cross. Kearns thought about coming, opted against it in the end. Conor O'Keefe, the coolest man in the ground, just clips the ball away, and it will be a throw in for City. Bargery races across to take it.
He's trying to make his way through the stewards to take the throw in.
Throw in taken by Bargery. Stephen Walsh with a header, takes a deflection off Cian Coleman. Goal kick for Galway United.
Yeah, it's a bit of luck they need as well, you know, just situations like that, just to settle them down again, get everyone up the pitch. We've Cork City ball boys now as well, so we have
Cork City official came in on the pitch there and he was trying to get the ball back in to Galway United. Goalkeeper Conor Kearns, the same man, mustn't have been at the Markets Field earlier in the season when Galway United played down there, when saw an award-winning performance from an official down there. Stephen Walsh, Bassian Heary Barry Coffey to Hakkinen to Healy to Rory Keating under duress from Mikey Rowe. City have possession again on the edge of the area. Matt Healy drives into the United box. Good challenge there though from Charlie Lyons. Dave Hurley with a brave sliding challenge too, much to the delight of the home crowd. However, it still will be a throw in for Cork City. Jonas Hakkinen will take. Bergery again scampers across the pitch to take this throw in for Cork City. Coleman and Gilchrist are in the area inevitably. Stephen Walsh heads it away. Hakkinen to Aaron Bulger. Charlie Lyons with the header. Ed McCarthy heads the ball forward. Stephen Walsh doesn't give up on it. Nonetheless, it will be a throw in for Cork City. Claire Fear, Draw Mathulan, Chuck Curraba, Lever Janisheg, Jonas Hakkinen, the Cahir Kirky, Ali Gilchrist, Thieves J. Jean and Max Hemmings come on. Crossed in from Crowley, headed away by Charlie Lyons. Matt Healy.
Yeah, there's no sign of Gilchrist coming back, and the lads, you know, they're coming back now, but it's the same pressure by Cork City.
Throw in for United. Ed McCarthy will take. Stephen Walsh to Wilson Oweru.
Pushing it back, didn't give it.
Gilchrist got away with one there. David Harrington. Deflection off Barry Coffey, and it will be a throw in for Galway United.
He's done well second half, Charlie Lyons. He's been nice and solid, Keane, obviously with the goal as well, but he's done, he's been very steady. He's won his headers and won his tackles.
Ed McCarthy with the throw in for United, looking for Stephen Walsh. Waweru and Walsh battling for United. Goalkeeper Harrington just drills it forward for City. Keane Murphy gets there ahead of Lyons, but McCarthy pumps it forward. Hakkinen with the header into the centre of the park, where Bulger wants to get City on the front foot again. His idea was right, the execution just a little bit off, Ollie.
Yeah, look at it. He's allowed one. In fairness, he's had a good evening, Keane. He's done very well.
Rob Oisin O'Reilly and Francine Lomboto, it seems, warming up for United.
There's no rush on the goal with players now to get the ball back into play. Referees having a go both sides of the pitch to speed